Ordeals, the trials and tribulations of Dr. Umar Johnson. As we know, Dr. Umar has been in the news, in the media for the last couple of weeks because he outed himself. Yesterday's lesson, I was talking about keep your business private. He outed himself about needing more money. And then after the investigators, the online investigators, the internet never loses, found out that he owed the state of Delaware some money. And now, over the past few weeks, he's been grinding, he's been hustling. So where a lot of people want to focus on the negative, I want to teach lessons on the positives that we can get while seeing other people in trouble, so that if we just happen to get in trouble ourselves, nobody's an angel. Everybody has enemies. You have enemies on your job, you have enemies in your family, you have enemies in your community. We all go through trials and tribulations. That's just part of life. You win some, you lose some. But the more you prepare, the more you have answers, the more you have awareness that, and you just don't decide to float around on life, the better you can handle these situations. So tip number one, how to win while you're losing. You must understand that this is the most important time to have a focused mind. It's important for you to focus. You have to focus when times are rough. You have to focus when your back is against the wall. One thing that I learned recently, and I was like, this is a good point. Other people will say you have to have your priorities in order. Priorities, a plural word. But in order to be focused during your times of need, you have to have a priority, singular. A lot of people say, stay focused, have your priorities in order. Sometimes you don't need more than 1-2 things to be focused on. A lot of people are not successful in what they want to do. A lot of people can't get out of trouble. A lot of people can't level up their life. A lot of people can't get rich. A lot of people can't stay successful. People, like when I talk about dating, a lot of people get upset when they can't find their wife, when they can't find their husband, because they have too many priorities. You dating 3, 4, 5, 6 different people, scattering all your mind, talking to different people, having too many selections, kind of like Netflix. It's so many selections, you can't focus on one and choose one. A lot of you have great ideas. A lot of you have inspirations. A lot of you can level up your lives, but you have too many priorities. You need one, no more than 2. Definitely no more than 3 priorities in order. You shouldn't be doing more than 1, 2, 3 things. For me, example right now, the only things that I'm focusing on my YouTube channel, and that's going into work. Matter of fact, I'm gonna double back and give you a better example than the one I'm about to give you now. I'm focused on work, I'm focused on my personal health, and I'm focused on my family and my well-being. I don't have time for anything else. I don't have time for anything else. Let's take business, for example. There's a million things I could be doing business-wise. I could be focusing on my YouTube channel. I could be focused on travel and tourism. I could be focused on this software. I could be taking classes. I could be studying. I could be promoting. And that's just for one business alone. But within that one business, I had to sit down and say, what 1 or 2 things can you focus on to take your business to another level? And I said, you know what? I lost my Instagram page almost a year ago. I have 55,000 followers. I don't have the audience that I used to have. So yes, I have 3 Amazon best-selling books. How to Get Dual Citizenship in Ghana, Stuck in Africa, a screenplay I wrote based on a true story, and my favorite book, Repatriation, Tips and Strategies for Families and Individuals Moving to the African Continent. But since I don't have my Instagram anymore, I really don't have the people to sell them to. So I don't need to write another book. I don't need to really focus on what else I can sell. I need to focus on rebuilding my audience. So that's my priority, rebuilding my audience. And then if I have free time, then I will find other things to kind of tweak. I'm starting a community. I'm starting a group. Everything that I'm focused on is improving my audience because I have my priorities in order. I sat down and I got my priorities in order. Also, know when to move on. Good enough is better than perfect. A lot of you are slowed down. A lot of you don't have your priorities in order because you're staying on one thing way too long. You're staying on one thing way too long. You have to understand that good enough is better than perfect. I'm going to say it one last time. Good things are better than perfect. Let's take a video game example. Some of you, you're worrying about your side quest longer than the main game. You're worrying about things that take a lot of time, but don't have the same impact. Don't have the same, how do I say it? Positive effect on your lives. So when you're losing, you need to find out how to win the game. What one or two things that I need to focus on that will help me win the game? Number two, F what other people are thinking. I ain't know another way to say it. I ain't say the whole F is the second choice. F what people are thinking. People do not care about what you do, the things that you're going through, as much as you think. Let me say it again. F what people think, because people don't care about what you're doing or anything as much as you think. And to make it even worse, there are more people who hate you and who want to see you fail more than people who want to see you win and will actually take steps to help you succeed. There's more people who hate you, dislike you, and want to see you lose more than people who want you to win that will help you succeed. There's people who want you to win. There's people who don't wish you any harm. There are people who are happy when they see you do good, but they won't actually take the steps to help you. And it's not that they're fake or they're phony. I see a lot of things saying, oh, my friend won't post what I did. You know, but you got to understand, people have their own priorities. Some people don't have the time. Some people don't know how to help you. Some people are too stressed. People got their own lives to worry about. And you're sitting here, woe is me, nobody care, I'm all alone. It's not that people don't really care, but people have their own thoughts. Some people have their own ideas. Some people, you really don't cross their mind until they see you. And it's not a terrible thing. Most friendships don't last because people don't live near each other. There's 3 reasons why friendships don't last or your friends from the past are not your current friends. These are not the days, school days, where you see your friends every day in school. Whether elementary, kindergarten, elementary school, high school, college, all your friends that you don't see no more from the past or back in the day from elementary school, kindergarten, high school, most of y'all don't rock with each other no more because y'all not in the same school anymore. You seen them every day at school. You seen them all the time. Now y'all in different schools, y'all in different places. Maybe somebody moved from a neighborhood, something like that. Your closest friends are probably people that you see every day or live in your neighborhood. Let's say proximity. You may have friends based on memory, but your day in, day out friends, those are people at your job, your community, maybe church, because you happen to see them every Sunday if you go to church. I'm not Christian. Got to put that out there. I'll just use church as an example. Your location, proximity. Timing. Timing could be a different in age. You see the 90-year-old lady outside, the 90-year-old man outside, but y'all in different age groups. You see the 12-year-old kid outside, y'all in different age groups. That means different timing. People can be in the same place as you, but y'all on different shifts. You can have a friend in the gym, but he like going to the gym in the morning. You like going in the evening. Your third friend like going midday for whatever reason, whether it's somebody sleeping, whether somebody's at work or something. Then what's the energy? Some people just don't click. Sometimes some people just don't click. So I say that to say people really don't care as much as you think that they care. Some people care, but they can't help you. And most people, they just out doing their own thing. A lot of people, if you didn't tell if you was having trials and tribulations, nobody would know. Nobody would know. Because most people aren't influencers, most people aren't celebrities, and besides their immediate circle, immediate family, nobody will know you was in a hospital unless you told somebody you was in a hospital and that person told somebody. Most people ain't having people check up on them. So you have to forget what other people are thinking. Be the fat person at the job. That's going into number 3. Matter of fact, I'm going to use that to run into number 3. Have no shame. Like I just said, forget what people think. Number 3, have no shame. If you want to get in shape, I don't care. Be the fat person at the gym. Be the skinny guy at the gym with no muscles, lifting small weights. Be the big, strong-looking man who can't lift a lot of weights. Be that person. Don't stress these things as much as you think. You're stressing the wrong things. If you broke, you need to ask people to buy what you're selling. DM people, call people, knock on doors, hand out your business cards if you you're just blessed enough to have business cards. A lot of people are not successful. A lot of people are losing, and they're still losing because they are not doing what they're supposed to do. These are lessons that I learned, or these are lessons that I'm recognizing in Dr. Umar's situation. Dr. Umar, they're clowning him online. They're clowning him on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you go. But he's still out here putting out memes and asking for money. That's strength. Nobody want to say anything positive about the dude. I understand people lost their money. I understand a lot of people don't like it. But that's strength to show up online every day and still be asking for money. I don't know about this whole $500 for a date, but that takes strength. That takes audacity. And they're going to say, oh, he's delirious. He's delusional. No, the man is trying to survive. A lot of you are going through what some people will call significantly less than what he's going through, and you won't do half of the things he's doing to try to keep himself out of jail, to try to keep himself alive, his personal dreams alive. Only crazy people want to protect themselves. Only crazy people want to take their lives to the next level. Then you be crazy. Then let me be crazy. I'm crazy then. How about that? How about that? You know, how do I say this? How do I say this? Have no shame. If you're broke, go get any job that you can get until you can get the skills or find a better job. I remember I really needed some money and I was down on my luck. This was maybe about 2016, 2017, I'm going to say. And I decided to take a security job at Toys R Us. Turned out to be one of the best jobs I ever had in my life. I met a lot of people. I met some people that are still friends today. It fit with my schedule. They was giving me so many hours. I was just standing around. They gave me a lot of standing around. I was able to learn Spanish. I got some Spanish books back here. If you see these little red books down here, I brought these on the job because I was working in the Bronx in a Spanish neighborhood and they let me learn Spanish. They used to let me, look where I'm putting my thumb at. Those are Spanish books that I got from that job. And I picked up some Spanish. You don't know where, if you humble yourself for the greater good, you don't know what blessings are there. It could have been a terrible job. I could have been unhappy. I could have been down and out, miserable. But what if that job got me the money to put into my business that take me to the next level? A lot of you, your ego and you're having too much pride to do what you need to do. Excuse me. Hit that like button, please. Hit that comment, make a comment, subscribe, send some emojis. And if I'm saying some things that resonate with you, that's motivating you, inspiring you, feel free to make a contribution at africacrossculture.com. Cash App, Chime, or Venmo. If you're on YouTube, it's on the ticker tape. This is TikTok over here. This is Facebook over here. What's up, Facebook? What's up, TikTok? Let's get to number 4. If you're losing and you need to find a way to win, and you still have the heart, the drive, and the desire to win, first off, a lot of people, they lose, they used to losing, they don't care, they just give up. They be like, oh, forget all that. Yes, sometimes you need people to walk away. Yes, sometimes you need to walk away. but it's a difference between strategic retreat and just outright giving up. And then know when it's time to actually give up. That's discernment. But if you decide to stay in it, if you decide to work your way through, if you decide that you want to give up and you want to continue to fight, sometimes you have to just increase your creativity. I don't care what nobody say, man. I'm learning from Dr. Umar to have no shame and to be creative when your back is against the wall. It sounds like he blew that money. Maybe not. Maybe he'll show some receipts saying that the account was locked and his enemies and the people who don't like him just decided to run off with the scam story. But the dating idea, I think it sucks, but it's creative. That's what Chris Brown is doing, right? $1,000 to take a picture, and then there was another Chris Brown thing what he was doing. Ain't nothing wrong with, you got to be creative. If I was him, I would keep asking for donations for the schools. I would start organizing trips. I'll start organizing huge big tours. I'll come up with some sort of lesson plan or some sort of theme and use this lesson or theme to try to make some more money. Because at the end of the day, this made me start thinking of Derek Jackson. Who remembers Derek Jackson? Remember the dating coach, Derek Jackson, the one that was getting millions of video views on YouTube, and he was teaching women how to find a good man and telling women this is how a good man to treat you and all that stuff. Then they found out he was cheating on his wife, and that broke out, and he lost tens and hundreds of thousands of followers, and then the algorithm just shitted on his page. Excuse my language. Imagine going from millions of followers to thousands. I don't even want to say tens of thousands. Imagine getting millions of views consistently, high level, hundreds of thousands of views consistently down to thousands. 1.2 million, 1.7 million, 700,000, 600,000, 900,000 to 8,000, 9,000, 10.1, 11.7. That's depressing. I thought about this last week. I went and checked in on his page. The dude blew up. The dude is approaching obesity, man. From what the videos look like. If y'all remember, Derek Jackson was cut up. I don't know if y'all can see anything. Derek Jackson was cut up. Big buff, like crazy more buff than me. Now the dude blew up. Now, what I would say to him, you may have let yourself fall apart, but hopefully one day you figure out a way to reinvent yourself and build yourself back up. I'll say that. Maybe he wasn't creative enough. Maybe that's all he knew, to be a dating coach, and he didn't want to start over. Or when he tried to start over, he didn't give himself enough time. But my thing that I ask you, when you're down and you're out, will you allow yourself to be creative? Can you be creative enough to figure your way out the hole? You have to be creative. I don't care if you got to read some books, take some online courses. A lot of them are free. YouTube, take one of my courses. My courses are paid. You got to pay for my courses, which is worth it. This is the free content. So imagine what the paid content is. Audiobooks. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to allow yourself to figure your way out of this jam? Let's go into number 5. You have to be resourceful. It's a step. It goes hand in hand with creativity. You have to be resourceful. Let's say, okay, I got this idea. I want to do this project, but I don't have the money. It takes money to make money. How would you make some money? Find a way. When I say creativity, I'm talking about ideas. When I say resourceful, I mean gathering resources. If you need to be more patient, you need patience to be patient. How can you be patient? Well, you can be patient in one area by finding something else to do in another area. Okay, I want to distract myself. I need to be patient. I don't need to rush this process. So what can I do in the meantime to help me with my anxiety, to help me from stop being anxious? I can go to the gym. I can go for a walk. I can read a book. I can watch a YouTube video that's going to help me be another person instead of watching First Take and World. I don't want to say World Stop, but one of them YouTube channels that just talk about gossip. In the meantime, while I'm trying to be patient here, building myself up while I make my strategic comeback, or while I pick myself up because I'm down, I know I'm not operating the way I used to operate. But while I be patient and while I build momentum, while I continue to get inspired, what can I do in addition when I need to be patient? How can I better myself when I know I'm giving great information on YouTube, but it's only 8 people in the room watching? When I know that these same lessons, obviously I'll format things better, I'll be a little bit more fluent, whatever, but these same lessons and these same tips and these same strategies are worthy of 1,000 people on every network. You have to be resourceful. You have to build. Too many of y'all are losing games or losing things in life when you could clearly win them. You lose because you give up. You are stronger than your enemies because your love for yourself should be stronger than the hate that they have for you. It should take 500,000 people hating you to defeat the love that you have for yourself. And that's even a low number. All right, so let's review what we have today. Number 1, you have to have a focused mind. When your back is against a wall, when you're down and out, you have to be focused. One of the words that I'm starting to hate, and hate is a strong word, is the word priorities. Have your priorities in order. No, you need a priority. Or if you're going to say priorities, they need to be limited. No more than 3. You should be focusing on no more than 3 things in your life. Right now, I'm focusing on my health, my finances, and family. Family, mom, sister, everyone. And even that, you have to limit that because their problems are not always your problems. Going into number 2, forget what people think because most people are too stressed, too busy to help you anyway. You may be too stressed, too busy to help other people anyway because they're not a priority. And why should some people be a priority? Remember, you're the one down and out. You're the one having issues right now. Let's figure this out. It's too many winners not winning right now. Too many of you, I'm talking to you right here. Too many of you are not winning when you should. Too many people are like, look at that loser and they're right, but you have the ability to change it. TikTok, too many of you are losing right now in situations where you should be winning. You can't win them all, but too many of y'all are losing when you should be winning. Facebook, too many of you are losing right now when you should be winning. Some of y'all, like I said, I'm not being biased right now. But a lot of people under that kind of pressure would have already folded. I commend Dr. Umar Johnson for continuing to ask for donations. Like if he going to jail, he's going to jail, but he's going to go out swinging. I commend him for trying 500. He probably see his numbers. I'm serious, y'all. He probably see his numbers. He probably he probably see them donations coming in forget what the haters think. Matter of fact, he said it. He said it in the second live. He said, F the haters. He stuck his middle finger up. He said, F the haters, F the haters. Some people try to put that up and be like, oh, look how unclassy it is. No, he had the right mindset. A lot of you all are being shadowed from people who don't even matter. A lot of you are being shadowed and overwhelmed by people who don't even matter. You're not living up to your number one. You're not living up to your potential because you worried about with people who don't even matter what they're thinking. F what people think. Most people don't care. Most of your haters and the people who don't like you are laughing at you. I know I said don't care that they're laughing at you, but they're laughing at you because you're down. I'd rather they hate me when I'm up than laugh at me when I'm down. Most people who can help you, they don't have the time. They're dealing with their own stresses. They may have run out of patience with you. They may have been helping you in the past, but you ain't respond fast enough for them. Some people stop messing with you after years of trying to help you. And most people don't know how. So there's times where, yeah, we need assistance. Yeah, we need help getting back on your feet. But people getting back on your feet isn't the same as people supporting you forever. Number 3, have no shame. Have no shame. A lot of people want to start social media channels, want to be streamers and all that stuff, man. And they can't even get through. They can't even get through, you know, going through lives with 5, 10 people. I only get like 100 people on these lives now. But if I posted an 8-second YouTube short of me walking around in my Ghana Kingly wear, I could get 100,000 by tomorrow if I'm wearing this outfit right here. This is me. This is me when I'm in Ghana. When I post my videos like this, I get 100,000, I get 50,000, sometimes I get 1 million, but I'm here live talking. I get 100. I get 5 likes. I get 2 shares. But if this Rashad was showing up every day, people like, click, like. But no, I have a bigger view. So I can't care what people think. I know this is the avenue that's going to take my life to the next level because I have plans with this. I have plans that's already in motion, but I have to go through the difficulties and the hardships of really being consistent on YouTube for a long time. There's people, I'll be like, yo, I have better things to say, but they've been doing it 3, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years longer than me. Or I can do that too, but I've been watching them for 3, 4, 5 years. Have to be dedicated. You got to be committed, and you got to go through the difficult times. Everything won't be easy. Stop getting fooled by America to think everything is easy, because there's always an easier option that's not good for your health. It's easy to go to the gym. It's easy to work out. It's easy to get in shape. But the problem is it's more easy to sit home on the couch. So are you going to do the simple thing? Or let's say simple. The simple thing, which is get up and go to the gym. Only 25 some membership. My membership is $50 a month. That's it. Think about the time you spend $20 on food. How often you spend $20 on food? Take two and a half those times away. These are things that we gotta be strong to do it. So number 1, you have to have a focused mind. The word that I want you to eliminate from your vocabulary is priorities. Priorities is plural. It's an oxymoron. Find a priority. Find a priority. 1 to 2, no more than 3. 1 to 2, no more than 3. Number 2, F what people are thinking. Forget about what they say about you. Don't expect help. Your enemies and the people who do not like you will spend more time hating on you than the people who care about you than they will supporting you. And it's not the people who care about you don't support you. They just may not have the time. They have their own priorities. They have their own priority. And don't be offended if it's not true. They have their own stress to be going through. They may not know how to support you properly. Then on top of that, most people, the majority of the people, they just don't care because they got their own life going on. If you don't tell people what's going on in your life, most people don't know. Most people won't ask besides the general, how are you? Number 3, when you're down and out, have no shame. A lot of people haven't picked themselves up yet because, again, they're worrying about what other people think. If you have no money, you need to get a job. If you have no money, you need to knock on the door if you're an entrepreneur. If you have no money, you need to start making phone calls. If you have no money, you need to start texting and typing and DMing people. Have no shame. Stop letting your ego and acting like everything is supposed to be great when you know you're failing. Stop it. Get yourself on your feet. Floss in front and be able to tell stories after you get on your feet. Be fly after you get on your feet. Number 4, you have to be creative. Come up with as many ideas and as many options as possible, and then find which ones to prioritize. So sit down, write down 5, 10, 15 ideas. Then once you write down 5, 10, 15 ideas, figure out which ones you really feel you can do. Don't feel the one that takes a lot of work and you know you're tired, you know you're stressed, you know you don't have the time. Find 2 or 3 to execute, and then once you find 2 to 3 to execute, then choose one. Choose one that will get you on your feet faster than anything. A lot of people are unsuccessful because they're spreading themselves too thin. They have too many ideas. They're trying to do too many things on once. As you can see, these all are layered on top of each other. And number 5, be resourceful. Until you start winning, and even more when you're winning, because then you got to race with the winners. When you're a loser, you just got to get ahead of the losers. You got to get back to the starting line. And then when you finally start winning, then you got to race the winners. It's like getting into another level. But you have to be resourceful. It takes money to make money. It takes patience to be patient. How will you be resourceful and find ways? Some people say, okay, I'm gonna be patient, and then they not do nothing, then they get bored, then they get in trouble, or then they become sluggish. You have to be resourceful. Okay, I'm being patient in this one area here. How can I kill time? Or what can I do while I wait for this blessing to come to fruition? You have to be resourceful. So that's the conclusion of this live. I'll be around longer, not the live, but the lesson portion of the